You're gonna draw more people to you and your belief in this business.
I love events because that's where I learned that literally anyone can do this and be successful.
I'm gonna take my slimming gummies because they are so good. People ask me every day, what do these taste like? Welch's fruit snacks, except they help you lose weight, okay? And I saw these people talking about all this money they were making and all these things that they had done and all these things that they had accomplished. And I said, if they can do this, why can I not? I had a quick start. I was on the top of the world and felt so good about my business and my life. And then it stripped it all from me. There has not been a day other than my Sabbath that I have not worked my business. Go check my Instagram. There's never a day that I haven't posted on my stories, posted on my social media, posted on my Facebook, talked about my business. I ain't lying, okay? Lie detector test me. It's because I made a decision. And I didn't just speak it. It was in my actions. It's in the way that I work. It's in the way that I show up. On a little bit, okay? You're gonna yawn a lot. Be freaking tired. Be hungry. Stress out. Be overwhelmed. That's a part of the process. And I think that's what makes it so freaking beautiful, is that is so much about what my story is.
Hi guys, it's Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, as you guys can tell, we're going to be doing a deep dive on the company Itworks. Now there's a lot to dive into today. This video I wanted to create in my deep dive series, which is pretty much essentially where I talk about multi-level marketing companies in a deeper way, talking about the fine print, the hidden numbers, income disclosure statement, and so much more that most people do not share with you all. And purposely, legal documents are made to be confusing to participants. So that's why I'm here, to give you all the information so that way you can have an educated decision whether you are currently looking into Itworks to potentially join, whether you are in the company but are questioning it, or whether you are just an interested viewer that is curious about the company in general. This video is for you. Again, I want to make a couple of disclaimers. This video is for educational purposes and I will be sharing my opinion in this as well. In this description, I am going to be having timestamps, so that way if there are specific moments that you need to refer back to talk to somebody, for example, or show an individual, or even just for yourself, you easily can do that. Or if you just need to skip around with throughout the topics, you absolutely can do. But today we're going to be hopping into Itworks and diving into a lot of major pieces of this company. If you guys are new here, I talk about multi-level marketing companies, and multi-level marketing companies, also known as MLMs, are companies that literally have a horrific track record, and so that's why we're talking about this today. Also, you guys, I know I have a little bit of a different look today right now. It's cute, it's fun. So this top and my lashes, I will have linked to the description below as well, because those are kind of like the two main things that are different from my everyday look. All right, but let's actually hop into today's video. So first off, we're going to be discussing the history of this company. Looking at the Itworks website, it says in 1995, humble beginnings. Long before the founding of Itworks, Mark, who is Mark Pentecost, who is the actual CEO of this company and the creator and founder, he was a high school math teacher and basketball coach in a small town in Michigan. And Cindy, his wife, was a stay-at-home mom with their 3 children. So Mark and Cindy essentially planned out a at-home business opportunity that would give them around an extra $500 a month. So then, long story short, Mark and the rest of his family pretty much invested so much of their time into this multi-level marketing company. And again, as we usually see with a lot of MLMs, one thing leads to another. It's marketed off, it's overhyped to no end, and then we see certain multi-level marketing companies absolutely exploding, just like we saw with Itworks. This entire company is based off of, again, pretty much either selling products or selling you a business opportunity. And so that's kind of the main gist of it. And ever since then, they have spread to multiple different countries. They've gone worldwide on this, and they've had a major focus on health and wellness. Now, again, they call themselves the best place to work. They have created foundations as well to give back to the community and so much more. However, from reading in this and looking into the history, something I would like to mention as we dive into this company as a whole. When most companies in general create foundations, yes, they can actually be helpful to people. However, most of the times when we see a lot of people who do create foundations as well. However, I've seen many multi-level marketing companies who have started foundations or donation areas, for example. It is strictly for a tax deduction. So meaning they don't have to pay hardly any taxes maybe throughout the entire year if they have a foundation like this. But so far we have a highly successful multi-level marketing company, and from the outside, it sounds amazing. They make a lot of money, they've grown worldwide, they sell a bunch of amazing health and wellness products, but sadly, there's a lot of things in this company that is significantly hyped up, and it's not even remotely true. So now let's actually talk about some of the products. So again, like I said, Itworks is heavily focused on the health and wellness and fitness aspect. They sell things like slimming gummies, wraps that are supposed to slim your body, coffee that's supposed to make you skinny, all of that. And I personally have my own beliefs on this. So they have multiple solutions, and it says shop by solution on their website. They have things like anti-aging for skincare, on the go, post-workout, keto support, managing your weight, and boosting your energy. Now let's look over the weight loss thing, because that's actually something that they're heavily known for, is their skinny cold brew. Now, one of the first things I want to highlight is overall their products in general. One of the first problems that I have is the way that they market things off is highly misleading. The first one being is they are very much preying into a toxic diet culture. For example, promoting that a coffee can make you skinny is absolutely disgusting, unethical, and not even true for that matter. Again, I will have sources pop up over here, but most of this time, all of these things labeling a skinny coffee or helping you lose weight are completely untrue. Even continuing on, their slimming gummies are something I have actually highlighted previously that are completely not true. A gummy is not going to be able to make you lose weight or whatever, but they prey heavily into this toxic diet culture that actually is significantly harmful to people's health if we really think about it. And again, many other professionals and studies have shown that this is the type of stuff that can actually be quite dangerous for people. And so when we have a lot of promoters, for example, that are part of this company that are promoting a weight loss coffee or a slimming gummy, that could potentially cause many harmful side effects to people who are unaware of these things. But we have so many promoters promoting them as if it is just such a easy thing, like as if it's a snack, for crying out loud, but it can cause more harm than good. So that's one of the first things that I have an issue with. And again, furthering my point, many of the claims that they have in regards to any of their products are completely unrealistic. Whether it's boosting energy completely, whether it's target fat loss, all these things are highly manipulated and are being shared to you as if it's possible, when the majority of the time, none of these products actually perform that. For example, when they say that this actually can help you lose weight, you need to have a good healthy diet and work out in order to be able to do those things. And again, there could be further things you may do depending on your body type. I'm not a doctor, but I know that much. But even furthering my point, acting as if though the gummy was able to make you lose weight is completely untrue. If you worked out and were able to have a healthy diet according to your body and your needs, that could be what creates the weight loss, not exactly the gummy. But they act as if it literally helps and aids you in weight loss, which is significantly not true. Or another example, as I said before, where they discuss target fat loss, where they say it can shrink belly fat, for example. Targeted fat loss is actually completely false. That is scientifically impossible. You cannot take something and it cannot specifically target fat loss in one area. That is something that cannot happen whatsoever. And the only way that that can happen is whether you maybe have, let's say you have surgery, for example, or there are other therapies that you can go get done that may actually be able to have target specific things, but those require a lot of money and machines, not a cold brew that's labeled a skinny cold brew or a slimming gummy, for example. Now, an additional problem that I have with a lot of these products that I think would be really important to mention is the pricing. Now, for example, with the skinny cold brew coffee, it can range from $50 to $116. Even for their skinny teas, which is, oh my God, don't even get me started on skinny teas, $50 to $116. And for their slimming gummies, $40.95 to $71. The pricing is significantly high, and the reason for that is they want to be able to compensate their promoters because they do have to pay out a level of commissions. Two things that we have in regards to the pricing and products. One of the things that they discuss is you can get a more affordable deal if you sign up with them as a preferred customer, which, side note, if you sign up with them as a preferred customer, you are locked into auto ships, which many people have actually reviewed that this is something that they've struggled to get out of and has piled up so much money. And some people have even talked about how they couldn't get their credit card off or the customer service was terrible. And so therefore they were stuck with an auto ship with something they didn't even want anymore. They have it required of auto ship to save money, but many people have actually lost more money in the long run because of this. And then, as I've said previously, their gummies and just any products in general are overpriced right now because Itworks, in my personal opinion, does not want to lose money on their profits, but they do need to compensate their promoter still. Let's say a bottle of gummies would be about $25 or so. Let's just claim that. And that would include giving most of the profits to the actual participants that created the company of Itworks. So people would actually be getting paid. However, they double or sometimes triple the price so that way they can make even more profit on top of actually being able to pay the small percentage in commission to promoters. So they still cash in heavy on this type of scheme. And another thing I would like to mention too that is a very false statement is our products are top of the line and are better, and that's why they can be so expensive and you pay for what you're getting. And while I completely understand that there are some products where you are paying for what you get, for example, but for this case scenario true. This is absolutely not true. And honestly, if you actually look through some of the ingredients and products, 90% of the products that they actually sell, you can find anywhere else. I'm not even kidding. You can look up a quote unquote, again, I never would condone or promote someone purchasing a slimming gummy, but let's say you wanted to purchase that. You can look up the ingredients, you can look up dupes, and you can find identical products that are even probably better for you than this in general. And again, I still want to say that I am in no way in support of the skinny brew or skinny tea. Most of that is completely health washed in a sense of where it's false. It doesn't even do anything for you, and it's just a waste of hundreds of dollars at this point. And also something else before we actually close out and discussing the products, something that I have sadly come across is a lot of people having very negative side effects with these products. For example, with the coffee, some people getting sick with this, even the teas, for example, people having a lot of problems with their body and digestive system because it is not actually good for you. And again, if a lot of other medical professionals recommend you to avoid things like skinny teas or slimming gummies because they could potentially be harmful to you, then why is Itworks selling products like this when it's actually not benefiting any of their promoters and customers in general? Now, next up, we're going to be talking about how do you actually become a distributor. So in order to become a distributor, you can sign up under any person essentially. So you go in, and originally there is only a $75 distributor fee that you have to pay that will give you pamphlets, stickers, and just information in general about Itworks. However, half of the time they don't talk about how you have to purchase a product pack. Now, again, most individuals across social media are like, oh my gosh, it's only $75 and it's changed my life. However, that's a very sneaky thing because it's actually around $158 total. So they have two options for starter packs. You either purchase the recommended one that they give you, where they also have all the products including an auto ship, or you get the one that does not include an auto ship. Either way, it's going to total up to be about, even after taxes, $158 or so to start your small business. Now, again, we're going to be getting into so many crazy things right now in this, so let's buckle up and get going. So the first part that I want to talk about in regards to becoming a distributor is how much money you can actually make with this company. So let's dive into one of my favorite things, the income disclosure statement. So if you guys don't know, the income disclosure statement is essentially a statement that is made every year by an MLM, if they choose so, to show the amount of money that a lot of the individuals that were in the company that were active actually made every year or every month. So currently on the website, Itworks has not updated their income disclosure statement for a while. So the last one that they have is one that was made in 2019. So we're going to actually be reading the information that is down in the description over here, and then we'll be diving into the actual chart and some of the ways that they are actually misleading you with this chart. So the first part says, the income statistics above are reflected in US dollars. Active distributor is defined as a distributor who earned at least one commission in 2019. Distributors who were inactive in 2019 did not earn commission in 2019, but had earned at least one commission prior to 2019 and had renewed their annual distributorship in 2019. The average monthly income for all distributors, active and inactive, in 2019 was $183. And out of all distributors that signed up as a distributor since the beginning of 2019, 91% were still active at the end of the year. This is actually showing majority of active participants. Average monthly income was $183. We're going to keep that in mind. There's a lot of other details coming soon. In 2019, 97.34% of all distributors, active and inactive, received income from Itworks, and 2.66% of all distributors received no income at all. Note that these figures do not represent all distributors' profits, as they do not consider expenses incurred by a distributor in operation or promotion of his or her business. So this is a highly important thing that a lot of people do not talk about, is this is going to show you the possibilities of money and the opportunities and chances of making money, but it doesn't include anything in regards to taxes, which you will have to pay taxes on any income you earn. On top of that, it doesn't include any form of expenses or costs that add up. So right now we're going to actually add this up, and let's just say first year you join Itworks and it's $158 so far in order to just be a part of the company, to buy a starter kit and to actually be a part of the company, have some products. $158. You need to make at least $158 the entire year then to break even at bare minimum, so that way you actually made some form of profit. Now that doesn't include any other products you may purchase throughout the entire year, which Itworks launches many products. You may run out of products as well, and you need to keep showing them. Anyways, now let's actually dive into the entire chart and why this is so misleading in some areas. So this is calculated by monthly income. $183, let's say times 12, would be $2,196. Now, I would like to let you guys know this is actually a higher number than what you should expect, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But maybe minus expenses of $158, that would be around $2,000, not including taxes. That's not horrible. So right here at the very bottom, it says active distributors monthly averages was $221. So again, times that by 12 months would be $2,652. However, let's start off with the first rank and let's talk about how the averages can be so misleading. So at the first part, it says percentage of active distributors that were a part of this was 83.50% of them. Active distributor monthly high was 2,317. The active distributor monthly low was $1 per month. And then the active distributor monthly average was $48. Now here's the thing, that is not a good average in my opinion at all. That is significantly low. But I'm gonna give you an illusion of how averages can be so misleading. So let's say I have 10 people in my multi-level marketing company. I know that sounds weird, but I'm trying to use this as an example. So let's say only one person in that company made $2,000. Let's make the averages, okay? And then the rest of the people, $5 per month. So we're gonna say $5 times 9 participants, that would be $45 in total for all of the participants on the lower spectrum. Whereas the other person, let's say that she made $2,000. So $2,000 plus 45 is, divide that by 10, which is the 10 participants in total, that gives you an average of $204 a month. Now that's significantly high, and that's why many people in multi-level marketing companies will show the income disclosure statement in an average calculation. Because if you have a couple people, let's say, that make $50,000, but the majority of the rest of them maybe make only a couple hundred a month, then you can see the drastic change because it will automatically shoot up the averages higher than what you should actually be expecting. But all I'm saying is from the numbers that we're showing right there, the averages can be highly manipulated. So again, let's look at the executive distributor paid rank. That has almost 3.74% of participants that are in the company there. So again, that is very small, and that's only the second rank. And looking at it, we have the high for monthly income is $3,410. The active distributor monthly low was $3. Then the average in total was $240. So you mean to tell me that we have almost 87% of participants in the entire company have an average even maybe of $48 to $240 monthly? That's significantly low. And what I would like to highlight is only 3.74% of people in the company make it to that second level, meaning the majority of people are hardly making anything a month in this entire company. So is it worth it really to spend all of that money to get going, bust your ass in this company, and barely make maybe $50 a month, not including taxes or other expenses? That does not sound like a good idea. The only way that you're able to actually hit a rank that possibly can give you a livable wage, possibly every single month, would be in the diamond or higher rank. So my thing is, we only have 3.35% of the company that's actually making possibly a decent amount of income to be properly compensated for their work. And most people don't even get to that rank. That is significantly low and highly misleading for people. And why I'm saying this is because most participants are going on about how this is very amazing supplemental income. This is helping them get through their life, their work. How in the world is that happening when the charts are literally showing complete exact opposite? So what we can conclude from this information is the chances of making money are significantly low. Some of the numbers can easily be manipulated to make you think the chances are higher than what they are. And majority of the people in the company are hardly making anything, while around 3.35% of participants are making actually decent money where they're being properly compensated. How are those top percentage of people making money and making that much money? That's when we're going to be diving into the compensation plan. So the compensation plan is an amazing way that they show you how you make money. And I love it personally because it proves my point further on why this company, in my personal opinion, is a pyramid scheme that is being labeled as a multi-level marketing company. Again, that is my inference and opinion, but I'm going to show you why. So the definition of a pyramid scheme can either fall under two categories. You can either be a pyramid scheme that has no products, no nothing. Again, that is highly illegal. Or you can still be considered a pyramid scheme if you have a majority of dependency on recruitment to have the money to make money and for the company to make money. That is the exciting point that I would like to bring to you, because let's dive into the compensation plan and I'll show you how I believe that's true. So here is the compensation plan right now, and let's dive into some of the first bits of it. So one little sneaky thing that they don't like to tell you in regards to Itworks is you have to actually become commissions qualified. Yeah, I know. In order for you to get paid any ounce of commission that you make, you have to make a certain amount. Yeah, I'm not surprised, but no one tells you guys this stuff. First part of this compensation plan, it says become commission qualified. In order to start earning your commissions on your Itworks business, you need to be commissions qualified. This enables you to earn commissions on the bonus volume from your loyal customers and distributor orders. If you enroll with the Business Builder Kit, which was the, auto auto ship, including one. It says, congratulations, you are already commission qualified for the month, just the month that you're enrolled in. But you must complete one of the following to be commission qualified for the rest of the months, or in the month that you start if you didn't get the business builder kit. And that means you have to process your minimum $80 BV auto shipment. BV means bonus volume, which is the assigned value of a product for the purchase of qualification and calculation of bonuses. Or you have to have at least $400 in personal bonus volume for the month. That's a lot. And that's just to make money. That's just to make commissions. So they have a requirement for you to actually make money for the business for a hot minute for probably your upline and Itworks themselves in order for you to even be qualified just to make simple commissions. That's pretty unethical to say the least. And sadly, a lot of people would rather get an auto ship, so individuals are stuck with around $80 of an auto shipment of some form of product every single month, and that can add up significantly quickly. So let's say $158 for the starter kit, correct? And then plus $80 times 12. That is going to give you around $1,118 that you have to at least make in order to break even. Now, why this is so problematic is the majority of people don't make a lot every single month. So most people in the multi-level marketing company Itworks are not even going to break even in this. So why is it being marketed so amazing? Well, let's keep going and let's show a lot of the other hidden gems within this. So in order to actually grow and be able to make good money and climb the ranks, as they say, that is when you actually do have to start recruitment. Now, one of the biggest things that many people in this company and any other company for that matter is claim that you do not need to recruit in order to grow and do well in this company. And yes, I know success can differ for many people. My personal view of success is actually not losing money, not spending more money than you are getting back, and also making some form of profit. So for the second rank, which is executive level, you are able to see to be able to be qualified, just simply qualified in this, you have to have 2 individuals recruited in order to be a part of this rank. So again, this is something I always like to harp on. If a multi-level marketing company and their compensation plan shows that there is no other way to hit a different rank besides the first one you automatically hit once you start the company, and you have to recruit people, then it literally, in my opinion, is a pyramid scheme. Because if you are able to do well and be successful without recruiting people, you should be able to sell products and hit those ranks without needing to recruit. However, clearly their compensation plan shows and states that you have to recruit people in order to hit this rank. Just like executive, they also have Ruby, which is the third rank. Now again, majority of participants do not hit this rank. However, if you want to and want to have a chance at making some form of money, you have to have 2 individuals that are underneath you that are at qualified leg, and then 1 person that is an executive leg, meaning you need to have at least 3 people in total at least on your team, and then one of them needs to have recruited at least 2 individuals as well. That is a lot. And again, you cannot hit this rank unless you recruit people, and so on and so forth. You can scroll through the rest of the compensation plan and see, in order to even get bonuses, in order to even hit any other higher ranks, leadership levels, any one of them does in fact require recruitment to hit those ranks. And another thing I would like to further discuss is when you look at the top leaders of Itworks, do you see any of these participants just selling products, just doing that? None of them do. They all strictly have a team. And why is that? That is because there is no other way to actually make money whatsoever without recruitment. You aren't able to do well in the company without being able to recruit. And if you don't decide to recruit, you cannot rank up to the second or other higher ranks, and you will hardly make any money whatsoever. And you probably will be paying out more money than you are making into the company. And this is what's so problematic, is this entire company is marketed off as such an amazing at-home business opportunity, when in fact, it's just a sneaky way of trying to snatch your money. So while Itworks and a lot of top leaders are benefiting off of the people that are recruited onto the team, many participants are struggling and thinking that they are the problem, when in fact the business and the entire structure is set up to profit off of them, not you profiting off of your hard work. So now next up, we're going to be talking about policies and procedures. So this is another document that you have to sign technically when you get done with signing up as a promoter. So what this means is every single participant in a multi-level marketing company, you essentially are signing a contract. And I know usually usually with everyone, you just click the little checkbox and you check out and move on and you don't think about it. Well, every single document has hidden details in there that they don't tell you that's highly problematic. So again, another thing that I would like to discuss is when they claim that you are a part of a business opportunity or you are your own business owner. That is factually incorrect, because according to the policies and procedures, you are not purchasing into a franchise or business opportunity. You are literally just a contracted worker, and that is it. You literally are not a business entity, a business owner, nothing of that sort. Why is that a company that apparently and allegedly cares about you so much, why in the world do they publicly say you're starting your own business or you're joining a business opportunity when legally that's not even true? And another further detail in the policies and procedures that they discuss is active and staying active in the company. And the actual policies and procedures does disclose that in order to be active, meaning you are able to make money through them still, you have to make sure you keep up with the ranks. And if you don't keep up with your current rank and you completely lose it, then you are kicked out of the company, which is actually quite sad to me, because I personally assume that a lot of individuals and participants work really, really hard in this company. I do feel like everyone works hard when trying to run this as their own business. And let's say something slips up or some people leave your team and you were kind of shit out of luck. Imagine getting completely kicked out of there and not being able to keep up with that, and you lose any potential commissions. That's highly unethical and problematic. So now let's actually dive into some examples of top leaders and how they're being misleading to you, and let's dive in and debunk some of the claims that are made by them. So this first post that I would like to share is a post that's actually made by an individual that's a top leader of the name of Cheyenne Knox. Now, this is a caption she posted up on her Facebook, and she talks about Itworks all the time, and I want to talk about why this is such an issue. So she says, "I'm not showing off a lifestyle, I'm offering it. You know the guy who goes around knocking on front doors or cars asking, 'What do you do for work?' Someone is knocking on my door, except I don't have to give them a one-man show accomplishment. I get to say I'm a top leader in a global health and wellness company, and I can show you how to as well." Now, the reason why this is so problematic is that is what they are doing. They are showing off and selling a lifestyle to you, an unachievable lifestyle is that. For example, this Cheyenne Knox individual, she has gone on to show that she could purchase land, she could travel, she could do all these things because of Itworks, but majority of her downline is not being able to do that. Majority of any participant in Itworks is not able to do that. So it's highly problematic when people like this get on social media, know the numbers, know the statistics, know the chances of making money, but they still push it to you. And why do they push it to you? They push it to you because they know if they can get you to join into Itworks, they profit off of you. You are a dollar sign to them, and that's why I find it so uncomfortable when I see a top leader pushing this aspect. Another example is top 20. For 5 years, I have had top 20 on my dream board. My first year, I was number 98. Next, I was 53. Then I was 41. Last year, I was 32. And this year, Boss Tribe is 19. I've worked really, really hard for this. My team has worked really hard together. I wouldn't be anywhere without them. So the first part I would like to say is this is a clear acknowledgement and understanding that in order for her to even hit these high ranks, she couldn't have done it without a team, which is complete fact, and why I say that there is a dependency on recruitment. And then furthermore, it's actually quite problematic to me how this individual is one of the top earners globally in Itworks. However, majority of the people on her downline and participants are not making anything. But the reason why she's doing this and making so much is because of that team. And without it, she wouldn't be able to profit hardly at all. And I would honestly love to challenge somebody like herself to actually sell products and do things without a team. And I personally do not feel like that they could do that right now with this, because this company is not set up in that way. She continues on and says, "I showed up on the days I didn't want to. I've gone through the ups and downs. I stayed consistent. I remember my why every day. I've learned so much about myself, and I've grown into so many ways. This isn't luck. This is what hard work looks like, and I'm really proud of myself. Today I'm going to soak in this moment up, and then tomorrow I'm going to wake up and start it all over again for 2022. Top 10, here I come. Team, we did it. We officially made it to a top 20 team, and in 2022, we are going to top 10, baby. In order for her to hit a top 10, she has to have a lot of people underneath her to get recruited. And why I go on and on about this company and discuss how it's such an unethical business is simply it's highly expensive for majority of participants. Unless you are at the top higher ranks, you're more than likely not going to even get properly compensated for your time or anything. So another additional thing that I would like to mention that I think really needs to be highlighted is the misleading of income. I see too many posts that are going on discussing, oh, you can get an $8,000 bonus, a $2,000, $100. They act as if it's easily attainable when that's factually just not true. And this is exactly why I made this deep dive, because I wanted to show you how the majority of the times when somebody is promoting Itworks as a great opportunity, either they are the sad, naive bunch that doesn't know, or they are a top leader that actually knows and is actively trying to recruit you in order to benefit themselves. So whenever you see this type of information, I just wanted to share the other side of it, because I think a lot lot of people are lacking the actual information behind this company. And one other thing I would like to add as well in discussion of this entire topic is the amount of effort that it requires for you to work in this MLM in order to even possibly make any money. And I always like to give this illusion of, let's say you join and you want to hit the second rank. You recruit 2 people and you're doing good. You're excited about it. But then what if somebody decides that it's a little too expensive for them? So then they leave. Now again, how do you get these recruits though? You have to cold message, which most people do. They cold message people all the time, every day, in order to be a part of this company. And most of the time, many people actually don't see success in that because cold messages don't work. And it's just a highly unethical way of getting people to join you. So not only are you cold messaging and you're trying to keep up with the team, but if you do recruit a team, you have to try and train them, which is very hard. And if you're inexperienced, that's not something that is very easily attainable. But then not to mention, you also have to talk about the products and the business opportunity on social media all freaking day, all the time, just to possibly get someone to slide into your DMs to purchase those gummies or to actually join your team. Then on top of that, as if your day and week could not get any more chaotic, you have to join the lives and the Zooms that your leaders are hosting, because if you don't, you are considered somebody that does not put in effort to their business. Now that is something that is literally highly problematic, and that's why I share this, because the majority of people that I have personally connected with in regards to former participants of Itworks, that was what their routine looked like. Always were on. It wasn't time freedom. They were constantly working, and they got nothing in return. And you'd think after this you would get very drained, you would get tired, and it would honestly make you not want to do it anymore. And that's why we're gonna be hopping into the last topic of the conferences. Now I actually did create a video back in 2021, which will pop up over here, about cult conferences. Now I talk about conferences that multi-level marketing companies host because in my opinion, they are definitely cult conferences, and there's many reasons why, which I will talk about in here. But if you want a deeper video and explanation, I will be able to show that in the video that is popping up and in the description below. But nonetheless, the conferences are actually hosted and created so that way participants every year can go connect with their teams, see the upline, see the glorified CEO and top leaders, and be inspired. And the purpose of these is to, again, keep people inspired and interested in the company so that way they continuously work and they don't give up. So let's say conference day is coming around and everyone is talking about it. Even your uplines and everyone else that is a part of Itworks is promoting and saying how
I'm here to tell you how important it is to attend conference. When you do so, you're gonna grow belief in yourself. And by doing that, you're gonna draw more people to you and your belief in this business.
I love events because that's where I learned that literally anyone can do this and be successful. It connects us to each other and lets us hear the stories and see lives be changed right in front of our eyes. And that's exactly what you need to build your confidence to win.
I will never forget going to my first conference 7 years ago as barely a diamond. I did not have a whole lot of belief, but I left that event with so much belief and so much vision to where I wanted to go.
Do not miss it. Do not sit back on the sidelines. Get your ticket. You have to show up to go up, and we are going to go up big time in 2022.
oh, well, I ranked up when I went to my first conference and it helped me, so you should go. And the pressure to go is very high, so you feel the need to go so that way you can be a good business owner and put all of your effort in. You feel a little bit drained, but you're like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot because everyone says that this works. However, it's highly expensive to go. Most participants have to actually fly out to the location, so a plane ticket for you. Then also, if you maybe have children, you have to make sure you have babysitting or something so that way they are taken care of. And you have to fly out for a couple days, so a hotel, including food, and then not to mention the actual ticket that you have to purchase to go to this actual convention. Not to include also outfits as well, because some teams actually have an entire culture to where you need to dress up and look apart so that way you can look like you are living a luxurious lifestyle, so that way people are interested in joining you because you're at this conference. So again, this entire conference is not only expensive, but you put it on your credit card. Again, most people I've discussed with in regards to this, that is something that they sadly did because they thought that it would help them out. And so again, you're at the conference, you were able to have fun, but the majority of what they're telling you is literally just trying to hype you up, tell you that this is just God's will, that this is what you need to do, and there are going to be highs and lows in your business, but you need to stick through all the lows because the high is going to come. It's all about manipulation and brainwashing. So you are essentially paying, in my opinion, to get further brainwashed into the system. You are there just to be be a placeholder that can glorify the people that are at the top 1% of the company. And that is another aspect that is highly unethical. So again, you go home, you kind of feel inspired and excited, but honestly, where was the true value in the convention? And most of the conventions, and again, you guys could witness it in my videos, most of the conventions provide no value. They literally are just a money drainer. So you spend all this money hoping that will help benefit your business, and you might be hyped for a bit, but then continuing on, you still are not doing as well in your business and you're still losing money, or you maybe don't even realize that you're losing money because you're getting at least a paycheck and you aren't keeping track of your accounting of what's going out versus coming in. This is the world of Itworks that we can see, where there's a lot of hidden details, things that are being unethically promoted to you, weight loss products, the possibilities of money, and the CEO and top leaders smiling and being happy that they are able to prey and benefit off of you and your losses. And that's why I made this video, because I wanted to be able to show how they're so problematic that they're promoting this, and how so many people every single year lose so much to companies just like this. So I wanted to put all this information, and again, I will have so many resources in the description below, so that way you can be a well-informed individual and you can know exactly all of the details. And if you know somebody that might be interested in Itworks and is trying to find information, you can easily send them to this, or you can even send my entire playlist of Itworks content, which is in the description below, to show you and decipher the problematic issues with this industry. That was it for today's video. I really hope that it could be an educational source for you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel to let me know how I'm doing. And I will see you all in the next video. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.